What's up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I was banned off Twitch for 7 days. And this your host here, aka Satan Yahoo, aka whatever the fuck you want to call me. I don't give a shit. Okay, welcome to the Culture War. Yeah, we're gonna talk about some alleged because this is all alleged. We always have to say alleged, or we're gonna get sued. Always got to say alleged here. It's always alleged. It's always alleged. And we'll take a look at that. We're going to take a look at that today. Today. Today is a new day. Dun, 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 dun. Today is a new day. My. So we're going to take a look because we always got something, right? We always got something to look at. And we're going to take a look at it here today. All right. So we're going to go to the bookmarks here. Where are they at? So we got a new one, which, I think is pretty on point. Okay. Oh, by the way, breaking: Andrew and Tristan Tate have been arrested in Miami on charges of rape and sex trafficking. You guys shouldn't have came back to Florida. The Tates, I never liked Andrew Tate. I never liked Tristan Tate. I don't like these guys. They constantly get arrested. Oh, oh, but they're not bad guys. Oh, it's the Matrix trying to come and get me. Like, I'm the biggest conspiracy theorist ever. But let me tell you something. These guys were fucking frauds. They were fucking frauds. They were always frauds. These guys never made money off their own backs. They made money off the backs of women. I'm not saying trying to stand up for women because I'm not that type of person, but these guys made their money off the backs of women. Look, if you're a man, you can do this easily. Okay, you can do what they did easily to make money. It is not hard. It's not hard to just go manipulate some women and say, hey, I'm gonna put you on here as a cam. Look, Epstein did the same thing, kind of like them. Oh, let's just say we're gonna buy you this opportunity, and we're gonna put you on the cam, and you're gonna get famous. You're gonna be famous, and we're gonna pay for this and pay for that and pay for this and pay for that and pay for this. These guys are fucked up. These guys are pieces of shit. I did a video like last year about Nick Fuentes and Andrew Tate. Nick Fuentes is a piece of shit. He's a fucking piece of shit motherfucker who's an opportunist, and Andrew Tate's a fucking piece of crap. And I've been telling everybody how much of a piece of shit they are, but let's keep on going back to them because there's just so many men who are fucking dumb. You guys just want to look up to somebody because maybe you didn't have a father figure in your life or your father sucked. My dad sucked too, but guess what? I don't go out looking for another man to fucking take my daddy's place. But other men have. And it's just fucking like stupid. Like, I don't know how men want to look to other men, like, especially when you're older. If you're in your 20s, you're in your 30s, you're in your 40s, you don't have to do that. You're not a fucking kid. Like, get your shit together. All these groypers out here. Oh, I love Nick Fuentes. I love Nick Fuentes. Fucking guy's a faggot. Fucking guy is weird. He hangs out with fucking cat boys. And you guys think he's cool. And he's in love with Clavicular, who's a fucking weirdo. Fucking weirdo. All these people are fucking weird. And this little drama with them is fucking weird. It's like male drama, and it's fucking gay, and it's weird. And I wish people didn't obsess about these men. And I wish other men didn't do it because it makes y'all look fucking gay. You look so gay going like worshiping these guys. You go in the comments and you guys just like constantly just stroke their fucking cocks. It is gay as fuck. And any fans of Andrew Tate or Nick Fuentes, Groypers, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Everybody has lost the plot on this shit. It's fucking gay. It's fucking gay. And the way Andrew Tate was dressing yesterday when he fucking got arrested, what a fucking homo. What a fucking homo. We may be able to watch that clip, but what a fucking homo. Let's keep on going down here. Oh my god. Just in, Ashley Webb, because this is the person who's trying to take Graham Plattner's place in the Maine election. Ashley Webb, a transgender Democrat running for U.S. Senate in Maine, claims he has a monthly period through his rectum. I feel like this person's trolling as fuck. I feel like this fucking person's trolling as fuck. Okay, so here's the next one, because this was what was going in the title, and this is from the General again. Breaking: Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna allegedly tipped off Rogan O'Hanley, also known as the DC Drano, in the summer of 2024, that Trump would select JD Vance as his VP pick, allowing him to place a winning bet on Poly Market, according to the Wall Street Journal. Allegedly, this happened. Allegedly. But there's a lot of these influencers who are talking to the politicians who allegedly are doing insider trading on Polymarket, Kalshi, and I've talked about this a whole bunch of times already, and this is most likely happening. The prediction markets should have not had this happen to them, but it did. And now people are going to look on the inside to change predictions and alter predictions, and they're going to look to tell people what influencer, what's going on, because they're going to look to make money together, saying that did she do it? Not sure, but she's denying it, because if we go in the comments here, she's denying it. And she's right here saying, and this is Anna Paulina Luna herself 15 hours ago, you forgot to add that there is an investigation into who made the fraudulent report, meaning it is not true, do better. But she says this about everything that she gets caught in, that she never does anything. She doesn't do anything. By the way, she's a rep down here in Florida where I live in what county? That's the county of Clearwater, Pinellas County. And that's where she comes out of. And then this is DC Drano, which this guy's a fucking ass clown. DC Drano, this is pure BS based on an anonymous source who filed a false claim with the CFTC and is now being investigated. Even though WSJ reported that Trump himself didn't make the final decision until the last day, the claim that I was secretly tipped off months earlier makes zero sense. I fully deny it. Of course you do. And then this ass clown, the redhead libertarian, Iowa caucus, which I've gotten into spats with her before. Like, I've been on Twitter much longer than you stupid bitch. Because she thinks she's like, oh, you just must join here. No, you're a fucking idiot. Like, I've had a Twitter account since 2009. Stupid bitch. Iowa caucuses, January 2024. Okay, so you got Donald Trump Jr. saying it. Ooh, ooh. She always tries to like outgun everybody because she's a stupid woman. She's a stupid woman. I know the Constitution. I know the Constitution and what the founding fathers said. You're a fucking retard. Shut the fuck up. You're a woman who should just be quiet at the end of the day. Okay, let's see what's else in the bookmarks here. So we got this UFO right here. I don't even know what the fuck this is, man. UFO, bro. UFO. The fuck kind of shit is this? Do 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 do. We're gonna take a look at some UFO videos as well, because it definitely was UFO sightings during the war with Iran as well. Might go back and if we can find those, but this is fucking nuts. had UFO sightings for a while. I don't know where like all these legit videos are coming out now. I don't know where the fuck they're coming from, but what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? That's crazy, bro. All right, so Shadow of Ezra is making a claim, allegedly. Miriam Adelson is the reason the Epstein files are being hidden. So this is what Shadow. You go to Shadow of Ezra on X. Fucking really good account because the General and Shadow of Ezra are good, both good accounts. I mean, they fucking the stuff that they come out with is wild because they definitely get some conversation stirring about some things. Okay, they definitely do. Okay, so Miriam Adelson is the reason the Epstein files are being hidden. Why? Why would she be the reason the Epstein files are hidden? What does she have to do with it? I didn't even see that her or Sheldon were in the Epstein files. I mean, are they being the ones being covered up? Being the redactions being in because maybe their names are in it? Allegedly. Allegedly, by the way, allegedly. Not saying they were, but why would they be covering up? It's very fucking strange. It's weird, it's strange, it's odd. It's very odd. Hodge twins. The Israel First people also support flock cameras and data centers. Why? Because they want to go after all of us. They want to go after everybody. That's why they want to go after every single person who's against Israel, who talks about Jews. They want to go after every single person. They don't give a shit who you are. They want to go after you. They don't like to talk about Israel and Jews. They don't like that it's being exposed. They don't like none of it. They don't like none of it. They think you're an idiot. Talk about Israel. They think so. We got the sound working, which is great. They think you're an idiot for talking about Israel, for talking about Jews. You're not allowed to do it. No, no, no. Tish, tish, tish. You can't talk about Satan's chosen people in any type of way. You're not allowed to do that. You can't do that. You're not allowed to. You if you decide to do that, you're an anti-Semite. You're an anti-Semite and you need to be punished. You need to be punished and you need to go to hell. You need to go to hell with Jesus and burn in shit. Because that's what they want to do. Former former US Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard's brother charged after trying to lure children to a hotel room in Hawaii. Yeah, Tulsi Gabbard's a part of this weird cult, man. She is a part of this weird cult that I didn't even know about, but she should have definitely did not lied because she was definitely a part of some weird secret society. It was really really weird. Okay. All right. So let's see what else we have in the bookmarks here because we're going to go here for a second and then we're going to go back. What else we got on the bookmarks here? So here we go. Another thing from the General 12 hours ago. Breaking. Israel media outlets, Channel 14, spread a full story claiming that President Trump said to open the gates of hell on Iran. I mean, there's just fake shit being spread all over the place, especially by 0 hour 1. Especially by 0 hour 1. That guy's a piece of crap. He's a piece of shit. So let's see what Owen has to say here. And this is from Patriot Clips and the Patriot Blonde. Where's the sound though? No sound. I don't know why. Owen Schroyer, it's over. The Republican Party has destroyed the conservative movement. What do you mean? I don't know why there's no sound. For some reason, I don't know why there's no sound. Let's reshare this and let's see what's going on. So we're going to do entire screen, so I'm not sure why we're not getting any sound here. Let's try it again. Because there should be sound. Not sure what's going on here. Oh, I know why. Gotcha. Okay. Sorry about that, people. Let's go.
And you guys ruined it all. You destroyed it all. And now we have to start again from scratch. And it's going to take us another 8 years. And we'll be lucky if we have a country in 8 years. And all you had to do was drop the foreign donors. All you had to do was drop the foreign lobbyists. And you guys...
Yeah, but I've never been a Republican. Like, this guy, I remember him, debating people in the circle with the AIDS Skrillex shit. Okay. You're a fucking white male. I get it. This guy got viral, and then he worked for Alex Jones for a while. But, I mean, I was saying it the whole time, man. The left and right, both of them, both parties, they're captured by the foreign interest, by the secret societies, which totally I'm vindicated because of Professor Zhang. Okay, Professor Zhang, the Chinese guy who's been predicting everything, has been saying the same shit I've been saying for fucking like the last 15 years. Okay, even longer. So you have you go back on all my shit on X from 2009 up until now. There's been many things I've been right about. I mean, there's things I've been wrong about, but not everybody gets everything right 100% of the time. And Professor Zhang has been the one to vindicate so many things that I've been saying. And he's a Chinese professor that teaches game theory. Okay? Okay. So we know who rules the fucking world. We know it's not like these Jews are actual Jews. Fucking people who like really, really vehemently hate the Jews think that these people are actually Semites. They're not fucking Semites. They're Frankish Sabbatean, Khazarian, and probably some other shit that don't even practice what real Judaism is. Like, people think these Jews these days practice real Judaism. No, they don't. They practice a different version that they created after they couldn't sacrifice animals in the temple anymore, and after the second temple was destroyed. So they're not real Jews. They're not practicing real Judaism. They're practicing this other shit, speaking non-Hebrew. They speak Yiddish. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. So let's go here. Shadow of Ezra, 17 hours ago. Multiple police officers are being removed from their positions across the country after they were caught using flock cameras to stalk and track their own family members. American citizens are demanding that flock cameras be removed by any means necessary. They're unconstitutional and they have to pay us for our data. We're becoming a police state. We've got to stop it. Well, I warned about that.
Unless it's for a legal reason.
I warned about that for so many years, and people want to be freaked out about the flock cameras, but to be honest, if the authorities have access to the flock cameras, they got access to your smartphones. It might not be the local authorities, but the federal authorities do. The NSA, the CIA, the FBI. We've already known the NSA has trapped. They've, from what Edward Snowden leaked about 10 plus years ago, that the NSA was tracking their wives. The members of the NSA were doing that. So it's not like this is a new thing. I don't know why people weren't outraged 10 plus years ago. They see your smartphone in real time. They track you by your smartphone, but people are freaked out because you can see a physical camera on the street now. Now you're freaked out, even though you're carrying one in your fucking hand every day, and you're not freaked out about that. People just like, it's only if it's seen then people care about it. But if it's unseen, no, it's my smartphone. It's my smartphone. Wow. And what was that? Did somebody just come in for the chat? It's AI viewers, stream boo, get the fuck out of here, stupid idiot. So let's go to this.
Yes, I did. People that I spoke to in the Fayetteville area call this very alarming, that police officers are using those SWAT cameras for their own purposes. They say that this raises new questions about privacy, accountability, and how the technology is monitored.
For many, SWAT cameras are supposed to make communities safer. But after 3 officers allegedly abused the system for personal reasons, some residents are questioning whether the technology has enough safeguards.
I don't think they should be misused for personal use or any other use such as unless it's for a legal reason.
According to the Fayetteville Police Department, the officers improperly used the license plate reader technology to look for relatives and acquaintances. Actions the department says fell outside of the scope of their duties. Now, some residents are calling for stronger oversight.
They should be for that specific purpose. If they're able to use it for all these other reasons, like tracking people, either they need a new company that has protections on the gear to where you can't do.
Like, are these people kidding me? Protection on the gear? The fuck are you talking about?
All that stuff, or there needs to be some checks and balances on it.
Atlanta News First reached out to Flock Safety. The company's CEO says, while the allegations are
How about your smartphone, dumbass?
disappointing, it also demonstrates that agencies can detect misuse.
It's a disappointing story when I see it, but I also go, look, this is working. This is showing that if you use a tool like Flock or other tools, you should be held accountable, regardless of whether you have a badge or you don't.
This all comes as Flock cameras continue to face scrutiny across metro Atlanta. In some communities, opponents have even vandalized or removed the cameras. Fayetteville resident Willie Wells says the latest incident only reinforces his concerns.
They're unconstitutional and they have to pay us for our data. Okay, supposed to come in a police state. We got to stop it. We got to stop it.
Oh, we got to stop it, but the police state's already here. The police state's already here. It's on your smartphone. We got to stop it. We got to stop the police state. Are you for real? Fucking retard. We got to stop it. We're becoming a police state. Yeah, we've already been a police state. We've already been a police state. Okay. Oh man, yeah, we're gonna watch that on YouTube actually, because I was just watching that because this has to do with Steam, okay, Steam, which we're gonna watch this for 2 years. A black N hacker, because he's an N, and that's what I'm gonna call him, as an N. FBI arrests hacker for hiding crypto stealing malware inside Steam video games. Once installed, the malware stole passwords, data, and drained victims' crypto wallet. And here he is right here, and he's down in my state, also here in Florida. Yeah, it's if YouTube will ever come up, which we may have to use a different browser because I don't know why YouTube's not working here. X seems to work, but YouTube, no. So this is what we're going to do. Zoom. Zoom. And then we're gonna look into this hacker here. Oh, let's take this over here for a second. Let's take this over here for a second. Okay, now we're back. Yeah, let's go. We're gonna watch this here about this hacker
building a massive case. A 21-year-old in Florida.
So this channel is called Water CS2. Water CS2. You can find that on YouTube.
I just found out what happens when you try to turn the world's biggest gaming platform into your personal bank account. For nearly 2 years, a group of criminals used Steam as a launch pad to infect thousands of computers, drain hundreds of thousands of dollars, and ruin lives in real time. In March of 2026, the FBI took the step of issuing an urgent public warning to Steam users. They begged victims to step forward. Behind the scenes, federal agents were silently building a massive case. This week, that investigation exploded into a full-scale federal raid. The FBI officially arrested and charged a suspect named Zaire Wilkins. We are talking about infected indie games and a hilariously lazy mistake involving a food delivery app. The FBI managed to crack open one of the most sophisticated Steam malware cases by tracking the suspect's late-night Uber Eats orders. Today, we are breaking down exactly how this operation worked, how these developers bypassed Steam security, and the way the government
Wow, what pieces of shit.
caught them. Steam hosts over 100,000 games, so while Valve does their best to police the platform, bad
I'm on Steam. I don't like that this happened at all.
actors are constantly looking for a weak point, which is where hijacking developer accounts turned into a big problem. Between May 2024 and January 2026, a group of developers found a massive vulnerability in how Valve reviews game updates. These developers launched a series of small, incredibly generic indie games. Some of these games were built using basic, pre-made assets. On the surface, they looked like low-budget indie projects. They were functional enough to pass Valve's initial security checks and get published on the official Steam store.
You can clearly see this looks like a copy of Mega Man.
But this is where the trap was set. Once a game was live on Steam, the developers would push out a standard update. To the average player, these updates just seemed like simple patches. This malware was designed to run silently in the background, completely invisible.
Wow, what pieces of shit. This is why they should let us, because if people like me, who I don't really know how to code, but I use AI a lot to do projects and everything, and now I'm using OpenClaw and all those other things. They should let good people be able to use AI maliciously against bad people. I also wanted to come up with an online bounty system. Also, I think we should be coming up with an online bounty system to create jobs, to go after malicious actors on the internet, to go after pedophiles, to go after scammers, to go after other hackers that use hacking in ethical, evil ways, that we should be going after any kind of people who try to criminalize or victimize people on the internet. Absolutely. I would love to come up with an online bounty system that can reward and pay people and employ people who ethically want to go after all these types of people. And there should be jobs set up for people to make a living doing this. We should be rewarding good people in society who want to do good things and who want to take action against malicious people. And there is good people out there that are just as talented and amazing as bad people who do these type of things, who can fight back against these people. And they just need an incentive. They just need an incentive. And it should be done. And I wish I had the resources and the funds to do this. I think there should be a pool made, like a DeFi pool or something like that that can pay people. There should be a whole pool set up with funds that people can be paid to go after these malicious people, the scammers, like the one who's in my fucking chat. There should be an online bounty system, and it should not be regulated by the government. It should be regulated by the people, and we need to go after them, all of them, every single one of them.
to standard antivirus programs. The moment a player launched the updated game, the malicious code would immediately begin crawling through their system. It harvested saved browser cookies, autofilled data, account passwords, two-factor authentication tokens, and most importantly, local cryptocurrency wallets and private seed phrases. While some of these games had incredibly low player counts, sometimes even under 10 players, they didn't need millions of downloads to be highly profitable. They only needed a few of the right targets. The developers aggressively promoted these games across Discord, Telegram, X, and LinkedIn. According to the official 15-page federal criminal complaint, the hackers managed to infect approximately 8,000 individual devices and gain unauthorized access to 80 cryptocurrency wallets. In total, they stole at least $220,000. One of the most devastating examples of this occurred live on stream. A streamer named Rostaland TV was running a live charity stream to raise money for his cancer treatment. During the broadcast, he downloaded and launched Block.
I remember that. I was reading that in the news. I guess this had to do with that. And this person has cancer. Person has cancer, and they fucking stole the money from this person during a live stream. You know, people think they're so fucking slick, but let me tell you something. If you think you're under the radar against the government, you're out of your mind, because eventually they're going to find you. They're going to find you, and I've told you all this before. If you think you're slick, you're not slick enough. If you think you're under the radar, you're never under the radar. If you think you're going to get away with things, eventually you're going to get caught. Every single person. 92% of the world is going to get cancer, and every scammer, every pedophile, every motherfucker who thinks they're going to get away with shit on the internet, you have not gotten away with anything, and you're already caught. There's just cases building up against you. And if you think there's not, think again. You're not fucking untouchable. Nobody is untouchable at this point. Okay? And Anonymous thought they were against the Sinaloa cartel. No, they weren't. No, they weren't, because they were found by the Sinaloa cartel and they were threatened. And they never did anything against the cartels again. If the cartels can find anonymous members, so can the government. Nobody is hidden. Nobody is anonymous. Nobody is getting away with anything anymore. There's just cases being built up against you, and time is only building on you. The amount of time that goes by, it's only the more things you do, the more the cases are being built against you. So if you're a hacker, if you're a scammer watching this, if you've been trying to scam me for years, you're going to get caught. You're going to get caught. You're going to be made an example of. 100%. 100%.
The moment the game executed, the background malware instantly detected his.
We're going to take a morning toke, by the way.
Local cryptocurrency wallet, and within minutes, $32,000 in funds was drained directly out of his wallet. This brings us to the federal investigation. In March of 2026, the FBI released a public seeking victim information portal. They worked directly with Valve to identify everyone who had downloaded the infected titles. Although the games were already removed from Steam at this point, Valve sent out warning emails directly.
Look, I love Steam. That's the only thing I used. I got away from the consoles because I knew eventually, like PlayStation's doing, the physical games are going to be gone. And then it's really not worth having a console anymore. It's not worth it. There's nothing worth it about having a console anymore. It's more made for kids. Okay? But even a kid who has a well-off parent, they're just going to get them a PC. And I think kids, they're just going to be more into the mobile games, the tablet games. They're like, that's going to be changed over completely. And only adults are going to be into the old style video games where you play with a controller. And then it's just like we're going to be the new boomers, and the kids are going to be like, oh, the tablet and cell phone games are so much better. You guys are just old. You guys are old using a controller to still play a game. We're in the VR. And I'm going to be looking at them, and they're going to be like just sitting there with a fucking stupid thing on their head. And we're gonna look on the outside looking like you guys look like fucking idiots. You look stupid and dumb. I don't know. I'm not really into the VR stuff. I'm still not into it. Like sometimes it's tempting, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't want to be looked at like a retard.
To affected accounts. At the time, some people assumed the hackers were safe, operating out of some far-off country with no extradition treaty. The reality was different. While the FBI was doing their investigation, federal agents executed a search warrant on the residence of the group's primary developer. When they seized his electronic devices, they uncovered a goldmine of evidence. They found encrypted signal chat logs with a user named Siebel ETH. Siebel was the mastermind financing the entire operation. In one chat, records showed Siebel ETH paying $10,000 in cryptocurrency to purchase a highly advanced remote access Trojan program. The developer and Siebel ETH spent months discussing how to run their malicious draining campaigns, coordinating which social media platforms to target, and celebrating their successful thefts. The primary developer was caught red-handed, but the FBI still had a massive problem. Siebel ETH was seemingly using highly encrypted messaging apps and doing everything he could to remain completely anonymous. So to trace Siebel back to a real name and physical address, the FBI had to follow the money. This is where some people often believe that cryptocurrency makes them completely invisible. They think that as long as they don't deposit the money directly into a traditional bank, the government can't touch them.
Yeah, and that's not true. That's not true because the government owns a lot of crypto. The government owns a lot of crypto now. I mean, Trump's got the government. They have funds in Solana, Bitcoin, Ethereum. That the government's going to be changing over. Eventually, one day, the U.S. dollar is going to be finished. That's going to be ending. U.S. dollar is going to be over. There's like kids are not going to know what the money we grew up with is because they're going to be having access to all these digital assets. There's tons of children that probably have more money than adults at this point. Some of them. I don't know how many, but there's definitely people under 18 that have access to these assets, and it's going to change things. And they're not going to know what kind of world we lived in anymore. Growing up with AI, growing up with digital assets, that there's so many things that are digital. They're going to be more conditioned into the world of the internet and how the internet functions and how technology functions and how AI functions and how to use these devices way better than any of their parents ever did. And I mean, there's people that like my age that have used a smartphone for a long time and they still don't know how to use shit. But at some point, the government has had to get smart to this. Supposedly, the NSA created Bitcoin anyways. There is no Satoshi Nakamoto. People have claimed to be him, but this is all up in the air, allegedly.
But the blockchain is public. Every transaction is recorded, and the FBI has some of the best blockchain analysts in the world. Agents tracked the stolen Bitcoin flowing out of the victims' wallets and watched it land in a specific central wallet tied to the situation. From there, the hackers didn't send the money to a standard crypto exchange. Instead, they routed the funds to a website called BitRefill. BitRefill is a platform that allows users to purchase mainstream digital gift cards using various cryptocurrencies. The FBI discovered that Siebel ETH used the stolen cryptocurrency to purchase over 150 digital gift cards. The vast majority of those gift cards were for Uber Eats. The FBI immediately sent a subpoena to Uber. When Uber returned the records, everything fell into place. The gift cards purchased with the stolen crypto were registered.
So you have So you learn how to hack, and then this is what you do: just steal money from innocent people who are just gaming. Because there's tons of people on the internet that could just be picked off by criminals all day long, and it happens all day long, all the time, every single day. From a 24/7, this happens to people. And this is probably not the only person who does this. It happens to so many people. There's chat rooms on Discord. There's Discord groups, Discord channels. There's Telegram channels, and this is people how they make their income. This is a black market employment, and the police can just shut down one group. They could arrest one group. The feds could do it. Interpol could do it. There's bot farms across the world, and now it's even going to get worse. Things are going to get 1,000. Like the scams are going to get even more elaborate, and the hacking's going to get even more elaborate with the mix of AI. People are going to be getting ripped off. People are going to be getting scammed. Meetups on dates. You never know who the fuck it is. You don't know who you'll be talking to on the phone because the voice changing of AI. Like we've already had cases of parents of a ransom having the voice changer on the phone. It's all out there, and it's going to get more, and people are not going to be able to see it. And a lot of people have been victimized. They've been scammed. Had their money stolen. Gamers, old people. We have India. If you watch Scammer Payback, oh my God, there's so many. Like, what the fuck are we doing allied with India? And why do we let so many Indian people come here? And there's like just so many Indian people that scam, like our elderly in this country. There's too many. It fucking happens all day, 24/7. There's Discord group, Telegram groups, Signal groups, WhatsApp groups, probably groups on Facebook. They're all over the place. And they're making so much money, and then guess what they're doing? And they're coming here to buy homes. And there's tons of mules in this country of these scammers that work in other countries. And this is probably one of the biggest problems we have. This is one of the biggest problems we have that nobody ever talks about. The text messages you get on your phone every day, the fake scam emails, the constant fake Facebook people, and they're trying to fucking make it. Oh, you could do business with me, or you have people in the messages scamming in your X messages. These people from other countries saying we need something for our family and this and that. And it's all bullshit. And then on top of that, you have hackers.
To an Uber account that had ordered deliveries to two.
There's constant cyber warfare against regular people every day. Constant cyber warfare.
Very specific locations. First, a series of student housing addresses at the University of West Florida. Second, a private residence in North Lauderdale, South Florida. Both of these locations belong to one person, Zaire Wilkins, a 21-year-old college student. He had successfully deployed custom malware to thousands of computers and had hundreds.
He probably could have had the potential to do so much better in life, regardless
Of thousands of dollars in stolen digital assets. Yet his late-night food deliveries gave the FBI his exact home address. On Wednesday, July 8th, 2026, tactical federal
This is just fucking crazy.
agents descended on Wilkins' home in North Lauderdale. They executed a search warrant seizing his computers, phones, and hard drives. According to the arrest report, Wilkins refused to speak with law enforcement during the raid. When agents analyzed his overall crypto transaction history, they found he had sent or received a staggering $382,000. In the criminal complaint, an FBI agent noted that Wilkins had indeed tried to use privacy coins like Monero to cover his tracks. Following the raid, Wilkins was arrested days later on Tuesday, July 14th, 2026. He made his first appearance in a
I believe definitely the greatest threat to civilians every day is definitely the cyber terrorism that goes on. There's tons of cyber terrorism going on every day, tons of it, and that's why this AI surveillance state is going to be coming in, because they just can't find people enough. They can't find people enough that do this. They can't find their groups. They just open up another group, and they could do it on any platform, and they hide behind, the politics, or they hide behind the culture war, and they hide behind all these things in the video games. And they prey on people. They prey on people's innocence. They prey on people's naivety. They prey on these people all day long. And it happens every day to people. And then there's also doxers that help out these scammers. And it doesn't matter what's the name of their groups. It doesn't matter. Who cares? It doesn't matter. It just doesn't. You could call them whatever they want. They could call each other whatever the hell they want. Doesn't matter. It's all the same shit. And they all must be taken down.
Fort Lauderdale federal court the very next morning, and he is currently awaiting extradition to Washington.
I mean, seriously, what's a bigger threat, right? Is it because at some point people are going to think about things. Is it going to be the government that's the biggest threat? Or is it going to be these hackers, scammers, doxers, pedophiles, just these fucking low-life scum people who have all what the internet has brought together, all these scum people together? It's just people you wouldn't even think are together, and they're talking in these fucking little groups they fucking have.
Washington State to face trial. He has been charged with conspiracy to obtain information by computer for private financial gain. Under federal law, this charge carries a maximum penalty of up to 10 years in federal prison. Right now, Steam is incredibly accessible to indie developers. Anyone with $100 can pay the Steam Direct fee, upload a basic game, and get it listed.
And yes, this is a war that is brought upon the people. It's just not a physical war. But there's definitely a war of the underbelly of society, of scum losers who use the internet and have taught themselves things to prey on innocent people, to prey on them wanting to be and have companionship, to prey on their career ambitions, to prey on their innocence and their naivety, and it happens every single day.
Listed on the storefront. While Valve does a great job checking the initial build of a game, they rely heavily on automated systems for updates. If a developer decides to push a malicious update weeks or months after launch, it can take days or even weeks for Valve to catch on. But it is great to see that one of the main people behind these malware games on Steam has been caught. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video.
Okay. That is crazy. That is sick. And that is wild. That is really sick and really wild. I can't even believe that's happening. Oh, God.
So the Democratic Party is not playing around.
We live in such a clown world. This is JD Delay.
Anymore, and they are bringing out their best-looking, most qualified candidates to defeat the Republicans in the midterms. This is Ashley Webb, and when asked what her qualifications are, she said,
I ran for office several times. Didn't win, but I did run. And then I'm a songwriter, and then I write my own books. And then I suppose my transparency, I wouldn't lie to the people.
Keeping in mind that electing somebody to the Senate means that they're going to represent you and your district in our government. Are those the qualifications that you personally would like in somebody that's going to be a leader for your community? Let me know down in the comments. So the Democratic Party is not playing.
This is just really fucking creepy. And we're going into idiocracy in real time, everybody. We're going into idiocracy in real time. Do I have a clap here? Do I? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. So you don't get a clap. You don't get a clap because there's no clapping for this. There is none. There's only just weird shit. And what else? What else have we watched this morning? Oh, yeah. This was another one.
In the United States.
Okay. So this is WKRN News 2. The fuck is this? And the title is Former Metro Police Officer Accused of Sexual Activity on Duty in Middle School. Yeah, fuck that.
Police officer is off the force today after admitting to serious departmental violations. This is News 2 at 4. I'm Tori Gessner.
And I'm Kendall Ashman. News 2 has been investigating this
People are too obsessed with sex.
salacious story for months. Andy Cordan joins us now.
It's a very unhealthy obsession.
The story you were seeing first on 2. Andy.
Hey there, ladies. You know, an internal investigation by Metro Police revealed a sex scandal. Now, it happened on duty. It happened in a Metro Police car. It happened in a middle school with children who were close by. On the surface, Officer Lisa Vidrios seemed to have it all.
Hi, I'm Lisa Vidrios, and I transferred to Nashville from the San Diego Police Department. Prior to serving as a police officer, I served in the United States Marine Corps.
We definitely live in idiocracy. We definitely are living full on in it.
For 9 years.
In 2022, she graduated from the Metro Police Academy. The department even chose her among a handful of promising officers to represent her graduating class.
I came here to Nashville with my family and my husband included, who is also now a member of the Metro Police Department with me. We have 3 children together, ages 6, 4, and 1 years old. And we love spending time as a family and doing everything we can throughout the city of Nashville.
According to this internal report obtained by News 2, in May of last year, the 37-year-old woman and another Metro police officer began having an affair. According to the Office of Professional Accountability, Lisa Vidrios and the unnamed male officer, who's an 18-year veteran, reportedly had sexual relations multiple times while on duty, in police cars, and here at Madison Middle School, where the 37-year-old served as a school resource officer. According to the report, Vidrios and the veteran officer had sex in Vidrios's SRO office while children were present in the schoolhouse. According to the OPA report, there is overwhelming evidence that the officers had sex in a Metro building and the male officer's police car. That evidence includes video, pictures, and text chains, as well as an admission of wrongdoing by Vidrios. According to the internal report, the male officer has not been interviewed because he was on medical leave during the investigation. Then he was approved for a medical pension for an injury he sustained on duty. This report indicates if he returns to active duty, OPA investigators will question him about this matter. And according to the report, Vidrios agreed to a suspension for some 30.
Wow. So fucking weird, man. What the world is the world coming to? What is the world coming to? Jeez. And then we have a Jew versus a Nazi. Here we go. We're really going into peak idiocracy.
Gypsy, gas the Jews. I'm gonna have no mercy. You signed a contract and you also signed your life away. I pretty much got a
peak idiocracy
license to get rid of a man. Everything that's
no, what we're doing, we're idiocracy maxing. That's what we're doing. We're idiocracy maxing right now. We're totally idiocracy maxing.
Gonna happen that night will be to stop all the bullshit that you put out online. This is for all the Ashkenazi Jews that got taken down in World War II. To all my Jewish brothers and sisters watching worldwide. For my Jewish brothers and sisters in the IDF, who you brought online and laughed at and mocked and cursed and wished death upon.
I'm gonna lay that fucking kite piece of shit out. King Azule.
So apparently we are living in the timeline where Ben Azule has allegedly signed contracts to fight Paul Miller. better known online as Gypsy Crusader. And I gotta say, what a matchup. Not because it's elite, not because it's meaningful, not because the combat sports world was sitting around saying, you know what we need? 2 internet villains arguing over who has the cleaner redemption arc. No. This is the kind of fight you get when the algorithm looks into a dumpster, sees smoke coming out of it, and says, yeah, that'll do numbers. On one side, you've got Paul Miller, Gypsy Crusader, a former internet personality who went from political streaming to basically becoming a walking terms of service violation. A guy who got himself kicked off most major platforms and now survives on outrage, shock.
Yeah, I forgot to give credit to this video. My apologies, sir. This is Haters Inc. So you know what? I'll give you a follow, Haters Inc. I appreciate that. Because yeah, I think we could hate all things equally, right? That's what I believe in. Hate as many things that are retarded as possible. Not just one race, not just 2 races, not just this religion or that religion. It's all of it. Not just this culture or that culture. Maybe some I like that I don't have issues with, and if I don't talk about them, I don't think there's anything bad about them.
Value, racial slurs, and whatever corner of the internet still lets him yell into a camera.
Turn off all the lights. Will I only see the whites of your eyes and the whites of your teeth? Let's find out. Let's try. Turn off the light. Let's see. All right, now give me a smile.
Look at all that hair right there. Look at all that hair coming up.
Yeah, off of the tip.
Yeah. You look more like gorilla than black people. What the fuck is you talking about? You look really monkey. You the monkey all day.
Let's talk about, okay. Let's talk about who has a higher right.
And on the other side, you've got Ben, King Azule, the fitness,
Idiocracy, peak idiocracy maxing.
Mindset, spirituality, warrior poet, rich guy cosplay influencer who seems to have a new origin story every time somebody hits refresh. And somehow these two have found each other. Because of course they have. When you scrape the bottom of the barrel long enough, eventually the barrel scrapes back. Now, according to Ben, he publicly called out Paul Miller and claimed he signed contracts to fight him. And Ben didn't frame this like some normal internet boxing match. No. This wasn't just, hey, we have beef, let's settle it. He framed it like some grand personal ideological war.
Shit is fucking crazy. I don't even know if I want to even watch the rest of this because it's so stupid. So stupid. This is all dumb. It's retarded. King Azule versus Gypsy Crusader 2? Oh, jeez. It's just because it's moronic, but people like it. I don't get it. This should piss everyone off. Charlie deserves better. Oh man, just talking about this is just nuts. But let's see. This is heavy duty country.
Ladies, gentlemen, welcome to another We Don't Know What the Hell is Going On with the Tyler Robinson deal, but we do know that it's not what the feds and the police put out. And I want to start with this. The police and the feds told everybody that they solved this in like 8 hours. It's like, we found the guy, we found the rifle, and that's it. Unfortunately, the guy in the beginning, the guy who took his pants off and said, I did it, they had him and they thought he was him for the first hour.
Right.
So they really don't know if they're
George Zen.
There's another guy
which they found that the disgusting shit on his phone.
Or if it was truly Tyler Robinson or whatever, but there's more that's
the too much that we have in society that are gross and just freaks
come out. And we're going to run through it. One is pro the evidence being crap by a DevGru operator. If you don't know what DevGru is, I imagine most of you do, but if you don't, it's the elite of the Navy SEALs. And they killed Osama bin Laden. I'm sure a bunch of other people. And that's who we have. So this is Rob O'Neill. And look, guys, I don't get into the veteran beef stuff. I know there's a lot out there. I know there are a lot of people who don't like this guy. But for me, what he's saying is important and it's worth listening to because he has an incredible amount of knowledge. And he's also not fucking Tim Kennedy. So if you don't like him, great, but it doesn't apply here. So this is Rob O'Neill from SEAL Team 6 to the left. And I believe this is a general to the right. Could be wrong, but I know they say it in this video. So let's just watch.
Rob, you know what you're talking about. That's why we had you on. You know about ballistics. You shot bin Laden. What bothers you the most about this investigation?
Thanks for having me, Rob, and good to see you, General Holt.
You too.
A lot of things bothers me about this. Nothing in particular. And it's not like I'm out there saying big lie or a conspiracy or someone did it. I'm just saying I've been in a lot of shootings. I've killed more than a handful of people, and this thing looked shady off the bat. I mean, I've killed people closer than I saw the camera, and I've never seen a shirt move like that. That looks like an explosion to me. Just the fact that no one started doing first aid to Charlie Kirk, they were more concerned about getting SIM cards out of cameras, removing cameras, and then getting him off the X somehow. There didn't seem a lot of concern for his life. It seemed like just clean it up. And then, I mean, I've been told they paved it over a couple days later. And then you get Erica Kirk behind all the razzle dazzle, and she's really quick to forgive the alleged shooter, which technically.
Come on, this can't be real. What the fuck is going on here?
Technically says that was him because I forgive him, but that you can't forgive Candace Owens for having an opinion or asking questions. And they mock people by saying, oh, I'm just asking questions. Yeah, I'm a SEAL Team 6 sniper. I'm asking a lot of questions. No one wants to answer them.
A lot of good points. Once again, we have to go back to, and they're going to talk about this, but how realistic is it for a 30-06?
Did I just wake up in Twilight Zone this morning? This guy is actually legitimized. You know, because he supposedly killed Osama bin Laden. But everybody's saying he definitely did. He was definitely part of the team that did it. And now he's saying he's asking the same questions that she is. What the fuck is going on?
To be stopped by a human neck. There are some dudes out there who are like, oh man, a box of sand can stop it. I'm not even going to go into how stupid that is. But here's the general's thought.
What the fuck is going on? Holy shit, did I just wake up this Sunday morning into some shit?
I think he's a general. We'll see.
And you're able to ask these questions because you've been there. General, same to you. So this rifle, this 30-06, it's a powerful rifle. What do you make of this narrative that the bullet might have hit Charlie's spine, which would explain why the damage wasn't what you would typically see with a rifle like that from that range?
No, that's not what happened. And this is the thing that hurts here is, and what bothers me the most out of it.
Wait, did you say, General, you don't think that's what happened?
Absolutely not. I'm with Rob. Something exploded on him. But
so look, folks, I'm not sure if something exploded on him, but I'm going to go back to the original video that we did on this. We shot this through AR-500 steel, and it went straight through the steel.
What's up, folks? This is Jesse, my little brother.
What's up?
All right, let me get to the test. All right, so this one is 2 necks. It's 2 pork butts with bone in it, and then there is a cinder block behind it.
Oh, my Lord.
Nice fucking shot, guy.
Oh, boy.
That's a touchdown.
There wasn't supposed to be any steel on that one.
No, I was just letting you know.
Dude.
And it kept going. Okay, so folks, this is the last test where it went straight through AR-500 steel.
That's a fucking direct hit.
Holy fuck. I think it broke the...
That was...
Holy shit.
That was dead on.
Straight through the steel and then through the pork butt behind it.
Are we getting the picture?
So for those of you who haven't seen that, it's important for people to understand how powerful this rifle.
This is crazy. Because now these 2 guys coming out and saying this. These are two legit guys, supposedly. Two legit guys. I can't believe even the general guy just said that. What the fuck is going on, man? Uh-oh. We're about to get in some shit. Because now these two guys are saying this. A lot more people are going to be saying this. Military sniper. I've killed a lot of people, and this Charlie Kirk shooting looked shady off the bat. But even the other guy came in and was like, you know what? I got to agree with Rob. That looks like an explosive. What the fuck is going on, man? I just woke up in the Twilight Zone this morning.
Round is.
But I don't have to get into the details because I'm not in a court of law having to prove a darn thing. Here's what bothers me is there are millions of vets with Rob's training in combat arms as low as mine is. I'm a pilot. But we have enough training to know better than the garbage that was foisted upon us from the Justice Department that day, where they seemingly solved the case in about 8 hot seconds. And we know better. You're not going to take a 30-06 with a kid who's never killed anybody up onto a roof. He takes his first life and does all the things that Rob says he did. So what bothers me, Rob, in all of this is that they know that we know better, and yet they foist this as the narrative and the parable anyway. Why would you do that?
Well,
why would you do that in a circus?
Folks, that is also a great point. This dude never took a life before. He got up on the roof with adrenaline going, everything. He took a shot at 140 yards at Charlie. I took that shot with no adrenaline, hanging out, relaxing, took as much time as I needed to sight it in. And
is the narrative of this falling apart? The official narrative?
And it's not that easy of a shot, but also with the adrenaline going, it being a real thing. But this is the story. This guy went directly after to go eat food. Never taken a life before. Had a pretty fantastic shot from 140 yards. And then while he's trying to get away, while he's trying to escape, that in itself causes a lot of adrenaline. He stops at a place and eats food. I don't think anybody out there buys that, except for these goofy fucks and Officer Tatum. So this is Jack Posobiec. I don't know how to say his name. Here they are bitching at people for not accepting the official narrative. What do you want people to do? Do you want people to just be like, oh, yes, sir, Mr. Posobiec? We believe the Fed slop that's being fed to us. Listen to him. This is embarrassing.
It's just amazing to me that there are people now who are attacking the evidence that was played in court because, you know, you can play that game for a little bit, but this is eventually going to be released publicly, just like people attacked all the evidence.
Are the conspiracy theorists winning again?
That had existed for the last 10 months, and then it comes out in court, and here's Lance Twiggs on TV, on video.
Okay, so let's go over the sketchy shit in court. They found an additional 223 round, not a 30-06, a 223 round on a different building that has still not been accounted for. They have an eyewitness saying
I said that last time.
That there was a guy in tactical gear, not jeans and a t-shirt, tactical gear on a building, doing a whole bunch of high-level
moves. That's why they got a blurry video, because in that video, the guy looks like he's wearing black tactical gear. He's wearing all black.
Moves to get off of the building. Then the round that they pulled out of Charlie did not match the rifle. Do I need to keep going, Jack? Are those things that you're like, oh, yes, all of that makes sense? Please sell us on some more. No. Also, folks, you have to also understand the psychology end of this. Anybody who has a problem with you asking questions usually has something to hide. It's either they really don't give a fuck and they're like, no, thank you, but they're not going to be emotional about it. It's just like, no, I'm done with this conversation. Or they get mad because they probably have something to hide. It really is that simple. And that's what TPUSA has done. That's what this Jack Posobiec guy does. That's what Dan Bongina does. Cuck Bongina. That's what Brandon Tatum does. I really need to debate Officer Tatum again. Wouldn't that be fun, officer? The last one didn't go very well for you, but I would love to debate you. So just let me know, man.
Telling you what he did. Guess what? The video is going to come out eventually. And what do you think is going to happen there? So, I mean, people can play games and do whatever. But again, I know what I saw. I don't even think I'm the first person who said it publicly, as a matter of fact. And it kind of
This
reminds
is all really wild.
me of, as I saw there were some people saying that, that Tyler Robinson wasn't actually laughing in court on the first day. And when he was laughing, I saw it in real time. And I just sort of made him like, I'll never forget.
And folks, why don't we finish this? All right. I want everybody to look at the name at the bottom of this. Okay. Let me zoom it in. What does that say? Charlie Kirk. Is that fucking Charlie Kirk? The answer is no, it's not. But this fuck, Andrew Colvett, is on Charlie Kirk's account. Why not use your own, man? Oh, because you're a part of TPUSA and you guys want to use Charlie's account to make a whole bunch of money? Listen to what they say in this. This is a fucking ad. They're saying they have writer's block. You have writer's block? Hire somebody who can actually write.
Working on the show for tomorrow, and we've hit a little bit of writer's block, unfortunately. So that tells me it's time for Strong Cell, which is all about NADH, powering the cells of your body, and brain fog, fatigue, word recall issues, clears all that up. So bottoms up, Blake. Here we go.
Man, fuck both of y'all. What a fucking joke. Folks, this is embarrassing. Imagine being Charlie Kirk's good buddy and saying, you know what? After you die, I'm going to go on all of your social media and not introduce every single video as I am not Charlie Kirk. We worked for Charlie Kirk, but just start a video. So the person out there who doesn't know who Charlie Kirk was is like, oh, Charlie Kirk, man, he's got so many followers and he must be a real big deal. And they're doing an ad. I must buy this. It's sick. Everybody over there should be ashamed of themselves. These two dudes on this show, they're really nice guys, but they are not good men. And that's the fucking problem with the world today. There are too many nice guys who are really nice and soft and kind of fruity. But when it really comes down to it, they're going to pull some shit like this. It's a joke.
That was fucking crazy. So we're going to go back to Twitter then, because that would be the Patriot Blonde that we saw that from, which I probably have her here in my bookmarks here somewhere. And there she is, the Patriot Blonde. Let's see. Tim Dillon. They're in the White House. They have the Congress. They have the Senate. They have the Supreme Court. Is it them? Is it now them? I don't want to hear about the deep state anymore.
You're playing everyone. They're in the White House. They have the Congress. They have the Senate. They have the Supreme Court. It is them. It is now them. I don't want to hear about the deep state anymore. You're playing me for a fool. You're playing everyone for a fool. You brought in Kash Patel. You brought in that other guy, Dan Bongino. You threw him out or he left, whatever. You brought in Pam Bondi and then threw her out. I'm sick of hearing about this deep state. All of these people. You have to be one of the stupidest people in the world to fall for this shit at this point. You're peddling the.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of criminality going on in this administration, allegedly. I mean, Trump now wanted to do subscriptions to his True Social posts. That you have to have a subscription tier to his own posts. He's not allowed to do that. That is allegedly insider trading. Allegedly, he's kind of committing a criminal act. The president can't sell information for money. Because that's definitely going to bring corruption. 100% bring corruption.
Dumbest, most, by the way, I hate to use this word, but cringe. It's literally cringe. You watch this and you go, I feel so disgusted by the fact that they think people are still gonna believe this shit. Well, it's the deep state. It's the deep state. You guys covered all this shit up. Polymarket has it like that. We're like the odds to put boots on the ground before 2027 is almost 30%.
That's crazy.
It's like a 26% chance. I think it's much higher than that. I think they're wrong on this because there's nothing to do. There's nowhere to go. There's two options here: nuke, boots on the ground. And you've got a guy in there who might do a combination, might do one or the other, he might do both. Who knows what the fuck he does?
Insane. U.S. service members killed in Trump's unjust war. My heart goes out to their families. Oh, that's just fucking great. Flock representatives don't like being surveilled. Of course they don't. How China bought the last election. Let me see. We're definitely going to go to some point to find it. Yeah, this is how much. This is APAC tracker. This is how much Trump has received from Israel. Independent expenditures and campaign contributions received from pro-Israel interest groups. It wasn't just AIPAC, it was pro-Israel interest groups. So $230 million, 473,622. That's a lot of fucking money. Yeah, ching ching. The wall. They have to go kiss the wall. Always kiss the wall. All in all, it's just another brick in the wall. Oh, here it is, man. This is probably the craziest fucking thing that has been seen this morning. And this is 22 hours ago.
Rob, and good to see you, General Holt.
Rob, you know what you're talking about. That's why we had you on. You know about ballistics. You shot bin Laden. What bothers you the most about this investigation?
Thanks for having me, Rob, and good to see you, General Holt. A lot of things bother me about this. Nothing in particular. It's not like I'm out there saying big lie or conspiracy or someone did it. I'm just saying.
This is crazy. And who was this from Jamie Burns? Questions remain about Charlie Kirk's death. Digging deeper into Kirk's assassination, Stella insight. Graham. This is wild. They just fed the conspiracy theorists. God, am I hungry. So, I guess I'll leave off with this because this was just really crazy. This is just really, really crazy. I'll leave off with that for the day because it's Sunday. And you're better off just leaving with that for the day. And I say to all of you, have a good Sunday. It was just an hour and like 18 minutes. I'm sure there's going to be more things that go on. Maybe I'll be back if there's some more crazy shit that happens, but I think that's peak craziness and the peak idiocracy age of maxing. Thank you.